Hey y'all, it's a podcast called Fresh.
It's M.A.P.
He gets it more than the rest of you. He's better at this than you.
Yo, what up? It's your boy, Miles Amadeus Proud here, back again with the best podcast of blurred and blurred culture out there right now. A podcast called Fresh. What's up, y'all? Recording this on Memorial Day. Yeah, Memorial Day. I don't know why I felt impulse to say weekend, but the day of Memorial Day, yeah. So I'm recording now, and you're hearing it in the future. And just wanted to say what up, you know what I'm saying? This episode is an episode within an episode. What does that mean, Maps? I'll tell you what that means, okay? What that means is me and Doc, who's in the booth, who recorded something. Nice episode, it went good. I don't know why, happening a lot lately. Pieces of the audio, since we're all recording in different places, have been dropping. I don't know why. I don't know what's going on. I suspect maybe it's because I record in a different area than the modem or whatever in my house is. I'm not sure. I'm going to try to get to the bottom of it. Maybe we have to switch sites. I'm not sure. But anyway, the recorded episode wasn't until after the fact that we found out large portions of the episode are missing. The audio is gone. We cannot get it back. I don't know what to do. But hey, excuses only satisfy the people who make them. So here we are. So what's going to happen is, I'm going to, holler at you right now. Yada, yada, blah, 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 blah. But at the end, I'm going to play you what's left. What I want to say Raul is going to salvage, but I'm not sure he's working, you know, with this whole pandemic and stuff. And I'm not sure what's going on. I just know he's, Hyphen Nation is getting edited and mixed. That's all I'm saying. So anyway, basically, what's been going on with me, same thing as everybody else. I'm on quarantine. You know what I'm saying? It's not, and me and Doc had touched on that in the episode we recorded. And basically, we were just saying, as introverts, shit's fucking awesome. Like, on some real shit, I could do this shit for some years. And it's if not having to, worry about money and all that shit like that eventually, this is nothing, man. Not having to leave the house. When you do leave the house, there's hardly anybody outside. No one getting close to people, typically if they're smart. No one really talking to them. It's fucking awesome. If anything, I get depressed thinking of going back to the way things were. People are dying. That's fucked up. People are getting infected. The way this whole shit is being handled, I'm not about to get into the politics of that shit. It's fucked up. Not saying that shit is wonderful. But just the isolationism, just, only downside is my kids is getting on my nerves. Other than that, this shit is butter, baby. But yeah, that's what's going on here. Trying to get as many of these episodes done as I can to get them out for y'all. Just taking care of my family, getting to know my kids. I already know them, but they still growing. Hell, they don't know themselves. So it's just great. I love that. Especially with my boy Deku. Yeah, so I just love, hanging out with them and shit. So it's just me watching the news, and it's just I'm not my wife. I've been talking to my wife and shit, and she be like, "Dog, you said you be saying to me, go on that fucking podcast and say that shit." Yeah, all right. So first off, let me say, when somebody say some shit like that, you about to say some shit motherfuckers disagree with. First off, let me say, with all due respect, and I want to just tell you, I respect your position and all the work you put in. Soon as somebody say that shit, you about to say some shit to the contrary. But anyway, seriously, with the passing of Hana Kimura, it's a female wrestler from Japan. She, I guess she committed suicide or whatever, and she died. And I thought that was as much believe. I know it's very sad, and I've been reading a lot about that online and a lot of stuff. And it was just interesting to me because, how people deal and and handle the issue of bullying. It's just really a new age way. And it's interesting to me. Maybe, a lot of stuff I can't relate to because times are changing. Your boy seemed like a dinosaur, but it is. Evolve or die, I understand. But the handling of people being bullied just now is something that's just very interesting to me. Because, like me, I am a very dark-skinned man. And I've been dark-skinned all my life. So when I was little and people made fun of me and I was the blackest boy on the face of the planet. My mama was like, well, shit, got bad news for you. Probably gonna get darker. Your birthday's in June. I mean, June's coming up, shit like that. She would never sugarcoat it to me. She would always, and then make fun of me. What? Listen, hear me out. So my mom would be like, oh, you black, why? You black, evil, why? No, we just playing. She would say all this stuff playing, You're black, navy, blue boy. And she would say it when we playing, and I would be laughing. And sometimes, even if she saw even playing something cut me. But always, she would stop. And this is what she always did. Regardless if something bothered me or not, she would always tell me, listen, boy, black is beautiful. When I was pregnant with you, I prayed to God, please give me a beautiful black boy. And that's what I got. She used to tell me, on top of that, even for some crazy reason you don't want to be black, guess what? It ain't shit you can do about it, and you ain't rich enough to try to do nothing to change it. You better fake it or ride this shit out. People made fun of me, but, I was lucky in a lot of stuff. I assume other parents do things similar to this. Assuming not. But, so when people made fun of me, I laughed because I knew what it was. And, my mama gave me the mentality to know if someone's trying to say some hurtful shit, off top, they're trying to hurt you. So if they want to hurt you, don't give them what the fuck they want. Long as they're not putting their hands on you, ignore them. If you really want to be a dick, start laughing at their jokes louder than they do. Then get closer and closer, laughing to the point you're screaming hysterically. They'll leave you the fuck alone. Or just ignore them. Now, for me, all my bullies and shit that happened to me in life, motherfuckers, I saw them at school. You know what I'm saying? Or they knew where I lived or we was in the same neighborhood and shit. So to me, that shit was real. And I also understand, the whole social media thing is real. And I understand. I get that, And I'm not saying anyone deserved anything. No, I think it's sad. It's just, to me, I thought it was interesting when talking about it and just online talking to people and shit. And I'm like, it's fucked up, but we got to kind of get tougher. I'm not shaming anybody. I don't know what the fuck she was going through besides that. As far as the articles that I read make it seem like, that was the only thing. I don't know what it is, and it's sad. But it's just interesting to me that everybody's so sensitive now. And I'm not just primarily talking about that. I saw another article about how someone said some statement or whatever about Alexa Bliss being lame in the ring, translating to her being lame in bed. Okay, that's sexist. Hell yeah. And shit like that, when you look at people who say shit like that, either you disagree or you agree. You disagree, you say what the fuck you gotta say. Or if you want to ban them, go about whatever you want to do. You know what I'm saying? But just going on and just people are so fucking butthurt and sensitive. And I mean, you have a right to feel whatever the fuck you feel. But it's just interesting to me that, it used to be fuck you. Maybe it's because I grew up black. You know what I'm saying? So I as soon as I can understand shit, they tell them like, yeah, niggas is not gonna like you because of just how you are. Like my personality? Nah. Color your skin. Anything I can do? Nah. No, damn. I don't know. But like again, I said, just to me, I look at it like there's always going to be bullies. There's been bullies since the beginning of time. I guarantee there's no one listening to this shit right now who hasn't been bullied. One thing that my grandma told me when I was younger that made this shit that bothered me no more, she was like, look at Jesus. He wanted to save everybody. They killed his ass. What the hell you think they're going to do to you? I'm like, very good point. In essence, the guy who was performing miracles and wanted to save everybody, they nailed his ass to a cross and made him bleed out. And you're just trying to be a nice person. What hope do you have? It humbled my ass, And again, I admit that's just me. That's just maps. That's just how I feel. That's just how I see shit. Again, like I was saying, logically how I look at this shit. Just for me, how I look at it. Again, how else would you look at it if you keep saying me? Yeah, of course, yeah. It's always going to be bullies. It's never going to change. You can't round up all the bullies and tell the motherfuckers what to do. all you can do is prepare yourself and your kids how to handle these situations and how to see this shit coming. Now, for me, the things that gets me about social media, and I'm sure it's going to come off insensitive, and I don't give a fuck, but I don't mean to offend. With social media and all that shit, the thing that gets me is that nigga just turn that shit the fuck off. Start a new account. But I get when you that famous and this shit follows then. Then another thing that gets me thinking, and I'm not trying to say, I don't know what other mental problems or not problems, situations, whatever she had going on in her life. But this is what I think. I would think all wrestlers know at some point you're going to be a heel. At some point you have to be a heel. Now, in order to be a good heel, motherfuckers have to hate you. So I would think you would anticipate, even if you were going to be a wrestler, straight up hate. I would think more so logically, give people classes in how to handle that shit, opposed to trying to go out and to find these people who are going through lengths of making fake accounts, fake names, all these things to hate, because the fact of the matter is, as soon as you make any form of communication, someone's going to find a way to either put porn on that shit or hate on that shit. That's just how the fuck humans operate. But that's just my 2 cents. Again, I'm sorry. It's sad that she died. Don't take anything I said as making it seem like the comical or make light of it. It's not my intention. Wasn't my plan. But yeah, I think let's look at the time where we at. All right. Well, I guess we about to try to wrap it up here. I hope you enjoyed my little ramble here. I hope I didn't offend anybody. I hate saying that shit. It makes me seem kind of weak, but this is me trying to be, open with y'all instead of being on some comic booky shit. And also, you know what? Stop. I'm going to say this too. I think the problem with a lot of shit is that people, ain't not ready for that. Nah. But anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed this rant. I'm upstairs in my house. It's hot as hell. I'm sweating like Robert Kelly at a Girl Scout meeting. But I'm doing that for y'all. I wanted to touch on how ironic it is that now it's me and 2 women ladies on the podcast. And now I am a minority on my own shit. Double minority. Well, not double because we're all black. Minority. And that's fine. And at some point, I'm going to start demanding my minority benefits. I don't know what they would be. Maybe more, I don't know, nice comment. I'm not sure. I got no dog in this fight. I'm just yammering. But yeah, enjoy what we could salvage of the conversation between me and the good Doc Drea. And, we talk about my kids. We ramble on about that and how good kids got denied on the quarantine. At some point we talk Animal Crossing. I pitch a Sonic movie. And we also plug the Dragon Quest movie, which is on Netflix. I think it's called Your Quest. The CGI in that junk is dope. So we talk about that. And then we go into Animal Crossing. I think I talk a little bit about Streets of Rage and Pokemon. Oh yeah, before I forget, yo. All right, with the Pokemon stuff. This is what I meant to say. It's funny to me that, a lot of people in groups and Pokemon groups and stuff on Facebook. I'm in a lot of them. And, you do it for trades and shit like that. And a lot of these groups, they have these hacks where you can get like a certain percentage of items and a certain Pokemon and stuff like that. So some people, what they do is they do them in the groups to try to get, more people to get amped about it. Oh, we're going to do a raid. Or I found a shiny, Squirtle raid. We're going to do a shiny Squirtle. So they do that and everybody like, oh yeah. And I get it. It's cool. And the whole point is to get people active on your page and to get the people want to clamor to your page. And then a lot of times what they do is they have this shit called the God Egg raid. And if you get this shit, you can like fucking multiply items. It's like the fucking missing no thing from the original Pokemon, but it's like that in Sword and Shield. So a lot of people do that shit and they run those. Some people charge. Other people, they do it for free. Like I said, again, they want you to come to their fucking groups, or then they'll post it. We're doing it right now. And you go like, bet, where it's at? I'm a personal message you, bro. All right, bet. Come to the Discord. What? Nah, I'm good, dog. Then they want you to go to the Discord watch them do this shit fucking live. And I get the whole thing. They trying to get plays. Just like I'm out here trying to get plays. I get the shit. But for me personally, and I'm not knocking nobody, I'm just saying, as an individual, how you look at it is how to prove a point later what I'm talking about. Motherfuckers want they shit. Nah. That's why a lot of shit motherfuckers is willing to pay. Because I seen in this one group, these people, they do this shit, they do the item raids. So people are from like crack of dawn to fucking at the end of night, fucking, at night, midnight, whatever, are fucking commenting all the time. What's up with the raid? What's up with the raid? Got it. That's one of the raids, the Godhead raid. So funny. That has a Berserk, reference. I don't think anybody has, caught that yet. Man. So the people starting to get mad, and I understand because that's clogging up everything everyone's talking about is these fucking raids, these hacked raids, which I'm not knocking, just saying what they are. One thing I find funny is this. And this is what I said before, because this one cat I was talking to, he was mad that people are demanding that they, tell us what time it is, blah, blah, blah. He just want people to wait around. And I'm like, that's not the nature of human beings. They're not to wait. They're to get that shit as soon as possible. And if they can't get that shit as soon as possible, it's fuck you, pay me, especially in America. That's the fucking culture. I'm not saying it's right, but this is the way people are. And it's just funny to me because I would think the natural order, not even the natural order, just the way this shit would go. And again, I'm not critiquing, just saying my opinion. People after a while are only coming for these raids because as these people have them quicker than other people. So all you're really there for is the raid. You see all the other shit and some people are like, I got every fucking thing I need. Just give me this fucking raid. Then that's why I tell people that's the luxury. If you want to pay to do that shit, because then you can demand what the fuck you want and hurry the fuck up. Because you paying. But if you're getting it for free, you got to wait. So then they got a lot of the groups. You come in, they'll give you something for free. They'll give you we'll give you a shiny egg, or we'll give you a shiny G-Max, whatever, or blah, 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 and this and that. So you have people, and this is what you have to again think is logical actions that you're going to go around from group to group just getting the free shit you can get joining that fucking group. You know what I'm saying? So if you got 5 or 6 groups saying, I don't care what it is, a shiny Charmander, a shiny whatever it is, a Magikarp, whatever it is, because most of these groups have themes for what they are. It's not a bad thing or knocking it. It's a promotions thing. I get it. I understand. Then it's like a lot of people don't give a fuck. I got this. I'm done. So I just found that real interesting that, a lot of people was getting mad about that. Then in the same sense, people get mad about people. Like I said, I've said it before in another, episode we had about that and, Pokemon and Sword and Shield. That people get mad at people who pay. But then they say, my man Tommy Diamond said before, when you get a mystery trade, and even if you do get a Pokemon, which I've seen people do before, they get from Machamps. And they give them really weird names or Machamps.com to make you go to whatever to check them out. People will get rid of the Pokemon, even if it's like a shiny G-Max Machamp, right? With all the great IVs and all that stats and shit. They will fucking get rid of it. Oh, that's fucking hacked. You know what I'm saying? That's ginned. But we'll keep the Master Ball that motherfucker is holding. You know what I'm saying? So it's just crazy. And it's like, I get the whole thing. People, I see the hustle, but I also see, what's coming in with it. And it's going to be a lot of just, but hey, I guess I can't talk. I don't got no motherfuckers on my tip. And I'm not critiquing. I just thought it was funny. But I done went way over what the fuck I was talking about. So yeah, thank y'all for listening to this part of a podcast called Fresh Podcast Within a Podcast. I'm Maps.
That's me.
Yeah, it is. Thank you guys for listening. Be right back.
What's good? My name's Quentin, and I'm the newest sponsor of a podcast called Fresh. I'm sure you're asking yourself, what did this brother do? I'm glad you're thinking that. I reduce the stress as well as provide good mental health to the community. That's right, your boy Q sells medical cannabis. And before you go judging, we live in Detroit, so it's legal here. I got Kush, OG, OG Kush, Diesel, Diesel Kush, Undertaker, Undertaker Kush, even some of that HBK too. We got that Trump Kush. That shit smells good, but smokes like Reggie's. We got that Pokemon Kush for you niggas playing Sword and Shield. I even got the rare shiny Pokemon Kush too. So hit me up on Facebook or get my number from Miles. Thanks for your time. I'm Quentin.
A podcast called Fresh. Hey!
Continuing the facade of sanity, as always. Kids are getting on my nerves mainly because they don't know how good they have it.
They're kids.
No, it's just like I knew when I was a kid I had it good. You know what I'm saying? I knew it's like I don't have any responsibility. I'm like, nigga, you have the internet in the air. You have a tablet, which is like a fever dream I would have had when I was a child. You could watch any cartoon you want. And they just like, oh, I'm so bored. I'm like, oh, you and your first world problems.
Exactly. That's what it is. First world problems.
First world. The internet is slow. Oh, boo-hoo.
Back in my day.
Yeah, I had cable for like 3 months, and that shit was horrible. Because after I lost it, I knew what I was missing.
Your dad wasn't like my dad. He didn't go back up the pole after the man left and put it back in.
My old man worked every day, so his whole thing was, I don't watch TV. Why I'm gonna pay for something I don't see?
Literally, I'll never forget that day. The man came to disconnect the cable. My dad sat on the porch and he watched him how he did it. And as soon as the man got good and down the street and around the corner, he went in the house, got his ladder, went back up the pole and reconnected. We had cable forever.
That it was literally that easy back then. That junk was retarded how easy that junk was. But yeah, like man, they don't know how good. Like my daughter, Apple has it so good. Like she had a 3DS, and I would just tell she didn't play it, and I'm like, I'm gonna take that 3DS and trade it in. So I just waited and waited. She hadn't played it for months. Took it and traded it in. Put that junk towards my getting Animal Crossing and shit. I kept her Animal Crossing game though. I didn't want to do her greasy like that, and she ain't never asked for it again.
That's messed up.
But if she do say something, I'll buy her another one. I'm not going to be a dick about it.
Because I was waiting for the part where you're going to say, well, as soon as I traded it in, she came, Dad, have you seen my 3DS?
She didn't.
Wow.
So that was my thing. It's never like I didn't have like a Nintendo and just be like, I forgot I had my Nintendo. No, I knew I had that bitch. You know what I'm saying? It never like, Genesis? Oh, I do got one, don't I? It never was like that. It was like school, never like life.
If I come home, that thing is not in my room. Something is wrong.
Oh yeah, man. Sure. I remember back in the day when you couldn't save and you had to try to put something over the light on your system so your parents wouldn't turn your shit off.
Oh my God. Thank God my mom barely came in my room, but I'll never forget the one day. What game was I playing? She was calling me. What was I playing? I think I was playing. It was some RPG I was playing. And I was deep into it too. Like I was like second disc deep into it. Hadn't saved nothing. I have no save points or whatever. And I'm trying to solve this puzzle. And she get mad because I wasn't answering her. She came in there and pressed the open thing on the thing that popped the disc open. I was like, oh my God, what did you do? I was like, no. I have been playing this game since I got off school Friday. It is Sunday in the afternoon. I'm talking, I put in deep hours on this game. And she came and popped the disc thing open. I was like, no. I was like, what do you want? Don't you hear me calling you? I said, yeah, but I'm busy. I said, well, that's okay, because she had to rent it for me again. And she did. And she rented it for me another $5.
This is sounding so dated. Niggas talking about renting. They don't know about renting games, though.
I was so mad because I know I was like, Saturday's my last day. I got to beat it today because it's going back.
That sounded like me when I used to work that Resident Evil 2 back when we had the PlayStation with no memory card.
Oh, yeah. I didn't have a memory card. That's why I had to keep playing. Like you said, I had to leave the thing on all night long. When I went to sleep
your parents
and wake up.
don't understand.
They don't get it.
They just like, why is this shit on? You ain't here. It's like, dog, listen, literally, I've been playing this shit for 24 hours. Do not fuck up my stuff. And be like, if you give me $20, I could buy a memory card and we wouldn't have this problem. And my old man be like, if you was really good, you could play it in one sitting. Every time I had a Genesis, I'm like, yeah, Dad, I'm getting tired of playing Sonic. I want another game. Another game? Like, yeah, Dad, you know, something. That Simon the Hedgehog ain't enough for you? And I'm like, Dad, it's just, you know, it's other stuff I like to play, you know? I thought that was it.
That's it. I had
you thought you could just buy a system? You say what?
We had to split things 4 ways. It was 4 of us, so whenever we went to go, because my mom, she was an avid movie watcher. She loved watching movies, so we was in Blockbuster and Hollywood Video every other week renting something. And so I had to, whatever I had to get had to be split between the other kids. So I couldn't never pick anything just for me. It wasn't until I got older and I had my own money where I could finally pick something just for me.
Yeah, so you sound like my mama. My mama is one of 7. So when she had me, I am one of 1. So she grew up and she couldn't have shit. Like she said, she wore all her sisters' hand-me-downs and all that shit. So when it came to me, she just had me. And one day she came in my room. It was funny. It was the exact day I found out what irony was. I had all my toys in my room and I was just sitting there and I was real sad. I was like, baby, what's wrong? I turned around crying like, I have all the toys I want, but no one to play with. Is this irony? And then she was like, oh, baby, I'm so sorry. Because she had never thought about it. She's like, I'm going to give my son everything. It wasn't no kids hardly in my neighborhood. So I was just like, I have all this stuff and no one to play with. Do you want to play G.I. Joes, Mom? She's like, I'll play G.I. Joes with you, son.
I was the opposite. I had to hide my toys. Like, y'all don't want y'all touching this. Y'all gonna break it. And I ain't gonna have it no more.
That's exactly how and I look at that now, and it's so funny. Me from the outside looking in, look at my daughters and stuff, and they got it good. Like if one got a tablet, my 2-year-old has a tablet. Like that's how bad it is. I didn't do it. My mother-in-law did it.
You know why? You know why? Because what you do for one, you got to do for all of them. You can't just buy one.
Oh
something.
Yeah.
You can't just buy one. Something.
My 2-year-old is like that to like a fault. Like they were eating sushi. Zero does not like sushi. They'll eat it. She has to have it. Whatever they have, like if one of them gets their shirts wet and change their shirt, she'll be like, meh, shirt dirty, need new shirt. And I'm like, you're talking about everybody walking around carrying bricks on their head. She's like, I'm going to carry around brick and 2 bricks at that because you're not better than me. And I don't know why she's got this hang up, but that's like anything anybody has, she has to have that shit. You are not better than her. And I'm like, all right, everybody wearing dresses, she got a shirt. Like, nah, that what? I need West. I'm like, okay, all right.
Oh my God.
Yeah, but before I forget, yo, what's up, y'all? It's a podcast called Fresh. We started this kind of odd. I'm Miles Amadeus Power. That's Doc, and this is a Qcast. We're just gonna knock this out, trying to get some extra content for you guys out here with all this COVID-19 stuff that's going on in the pandemic. Speaking of which, how's that treating you, Doc, with this pandemic out here, this living dead in these streets?
Unfortunately for that part, I'm sorry for all the people that may have lost somebody. Like my mom had it. She got over it. I'm happy that praise God that she got over it. She was in the hospital for 9 days. She didn't have to go on a ventilator. She just had oxygen mask, but she scared us all to death.
Oh, I bet. I bet. That's scary.
All that stuff aside, this is the best vacation I have ever had.
Nigga, dog. And that's what I was saying, because I was funny. It's like, dog, I was like, to introverts, this shit is like, besides the niggas can't work and might have to pay problem paying bills and stuff. Other than that, this is like damn near living the dream, other than the disease out there and stuff. I'm like, dude, this is awesome. I'm like, I don't have to go anywhere. And my mom is like, yeah, I bet you're loving this because you don't go anywhere anyway. Nope, I'm loving this shit.
You are correct. I am loving it. I wake up, I do my unemployment, pay all my bills, and I just wake up and watch TV. I don't got to go nowhere. This is beautiful.
And it's crazy. Like I was telling my wife, I said, it shows you, like right now, like people like you and me, like besides the fact of having to make money to make ends meet, if you could do this, do your art, whatever it is, not necessarily have to live rich. If I can make money off my podcast, not necessarily be rich and not have to work on some 9-to-5 stuff and just this is the dream.
This is. It's
you know what
absolutely.
I'm saying?
Absolutely. This is a dream come true. Are you kidding me? I don't mind dealing with the public. I have pretty much trained myself to be able to do that because it's a part of life. You got to do it. You got to make money. You got to get by. But if I had a choice to not have to deal with people on a daily basis, absolutely, I would choose not to have to do it. Are you kidding me? People get on my nerves. Oh,
man. That's what I was telling my wife. I was like, humans, a person is a wonderful individual. People are horrible.
Oh, my goodness.
People fuck the world up. A person plants a tree. Yeah, it's crazy. It is like, because you see, I know, we're from Michigan. Of course, y'all know that. And then the people are, not just in Michigan, but all over the place. But I'm extra sensitive because people from here acting like damn pussies and comparing this to slavery.
Oh,
and I'm
Lord.
thinking like, yeah, here's the thing with slavery. It was forced labor, sprinkling a large sum of rape and genocide. And this is nothing like slavery at all. It's not like children are being born into quarantine. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's not the same, and it's crazy. It's like all things considered, and it's scary because I know you didn't see people rushing out here to get their nails done, going out here to get their hair did, and it's just I understand. I'm happy. This is one of the times when I say I'm happy as hell. I'm married because I ain't got to look good for nobody. Even if I wasn't, I wouldn't give a damn. But it's just like, have you seen so many people out here like going out here getting this, like risking their lives?
How did I fix this the last time?
Doc said I cut out. All right, bet we're back. Well, anyway, like I was saying, we had a little difficulty. I don't know. I might have to change where I'm recording that. I think I'm too far from my router. But I was saying, like, with the people out here and getting their hair done, risking it all to get their nails and stuff done. And I just think it's crazy because it's like, I don't know. I mean, have you seen like some of the stuff they're trying to do? Like they have like shower curtains around people who are like getting their nails done.
Yeah, I've seen the things. It's like, is it really that serious? I mean, if you're not going anywhere, what's the point? What's the point?
Like, it makes you think, dog. Like, seriously, man. If this was the Black Plague, how many people, like, I used to wonder, like, how does this shit spread? I could truly understand. It's like I said on my Instagram page, I said, these people who are protesting and talking about how they're being locked in their houses, quote unquote, and infringing on their freedom. I said, these are the same people that when the zombie apocalypse would come, would get bit.
And not tell nobody.
Yeah, and just roll their sleeve down and not tell anybody and turn in the dead of night and then be like, oh, well, I didn't want to tell anybody because you guys were going to get rid of me. No, we would have kept you. We would have known to shoot you as soon as you turned. We would have known what was going on. But you said, screw the group. You just cared about yourself.
More or less, pretty much. That's exactly what it is.
Exactly the same thing. And it's so crazy to me, man.
It's hilarious because all you have to do is stay away from people, wash your hands, and wear a mask. And they don't want to do that. It's like, it's almost the same thing that I've ever heard. My uncle was just saying that he was at the grocery store when he called me. And he was saying, I'm standing here and I'm looking at these people and he counting them off. Like, I passed, like, I haven't got past the front door. Good. I counted 15 people with no mask on. He said, it does not make sense to me. He said, I don't get it. I don't understand it. It's the simplest thing in the world. They just refuse to do it.
And they don't believe it until it happened to you. Like, I know somebody, a friend of my family. Hey, people, what's up? God bless her. She lost her mother, her grandmother, and her auntie to COVID-19. And it's like, I keep telling everybody, like, we did a PSA and all this stuff for the podcast, that this is some serious shit. Now, a lot of people be getting on me because they're like, oh, I know, Maps, you the conspiracy guy. I'm like, yeah, so you think this is a conspiracy? It could be, but I can't risk it. I can't risk it. I just had a son. I can't risk it. And I'm like, if all you got to do is sit home and do nothing, just sit home and do nothing. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like you saying, the people with the mask. And it's crazy because once you catch it, like, it scared me when it was like, if your child catches it, they're going to the emergency by themselves. They're being quarantined by themselves. People have to FaceTime their loved ones because that's the last time they're going to see them.
You see it on the news every day, like where they say, like, they just had one story that almost made me cry last week. It was a nurse. She caught it. I forget where she was from. And her sons didn't know that she had recorded her she recorded her like a video journal of like when she caught it. So she ended up dying, I think, a day after her son graduated. And they found they got her effects back from the hospital and they watched the videos like, oh my gosh. So they pretty much watched her go through the whole process and like, she was dying. She started out, she stayed home first couple of weeks, but it got to the point where she couldn't breathe very well. So she went to the hospital. She was still recording in the hospital saying, this is horrible. I don't want, she wishes on, everybody said, they say, I don't wish this on anybody. This is terrible. Don't, and she just kept going from there. And they say, it's like, I'm glad she did that so people can really see that this is a serious thing. You may not have symptoms like that, but you can carry it and you can pass it on to somebody else. And that's as simple as it is. And you don't want to believe it. You don't want to believe it until it touches you.
Yeah, and that's really what it is. And it's just crazy out here. But we ain't going to be bumming y'all out with all this, because I know y'all get enough of that in the news and stuff. So we going to, I get to do my movie pitch now.
Yes.
Recently, did you watch that Dragon's Quest on Netflix movie?
Yes, I did. I enjoyed it, actually.
I did too. Like it was like, I would definitely off top let y'all know I recommend it. And it's the plot, like the end got way better than I thought it would. And at the end, it gets kind of meta, which is kind of dope. Like it's like as dope because it's like a homage to the actual game.
Yeah, the ending really threw me. It's like I wasn't expecting that. I started getting kind of clued in though when they kept saying, "Oh, this time." I was like, "What? What are they talking about?"
Basically, I talk about that for this one thing: the CGI in that movie is great. The only thing I've seen better than that is the clips I've seen from the new Lupin movie. And I haven't seen the movie yet, But as far as like the CGI, if you haven't seen, check out the movie. It is great. And I say that to say this. Why the hell didn't they make a CGI Sonic movie?
I have no idea.
Because think about it. You could have did a Sonic universe.
Yes.
You could have made a whole thing. Because look, if you've seen Spider-Verse, you've seen it can be done. Sonic does not need to be in the real world. It just doesn't make any sense to me.
And I agree. The CGI in that is the name of the movie is Dragon Quest: Your Story. The CGI is amazing. It is not like they had a big budget for that. That was amazing. Like the mapping, the hair, the water, the lighting. It was phenomenal in that whole thing. I have never played Dragon Quest. I know nothing of the story or anything that goes on with it. The pacing of the movie was really fast, but it was kind of really fluid. But the animation in it is phenomenal. It is beautiful. I highly recommend go watch it, if anything, just for that. And I agree. I don't understand why didn't Sonic get a full CGI movie? That's the only way I would want to see it. Is a full animation. I don't want people in there.
You can't, because it messes it up. It's like, even from the games, you see when you put Sonic with people, then it goes with how tall is Sonic. Then how tall are the people compared to Sonic? It needs to just, if anything, you take a person from the real world, if anything, and put them in a Sonic movie. And you can make him like CGI or something. It's like the whole thing with Sonic is no point for him to be in the real world.
No.
They need to stick to the whole thing. He's a freedom fighter. If anything, you could say Robotnik came from the real world.
Yeah.
Anything like that and work it that way, because I just feel that like it's just, I think they did that because it's like it was the safe thing to do. Because it's like, even with Sonic, I'm not even about to get I'm fighting the urge to get into the whole side note of how the games have consecutively, it sucks so bad, it's like they're doing it on purpose. But just think about it. You make a CGI movie, ill plot. Hell, we can shoot a plot right here. First villain in the mug, you can have him be Robotnik recruits. We can start it off with Sonic 2. Robotnik recruits Knuckles. By the end of your misunderstanding, they fight. By the end of it, end credit scene, Metal Sonic.
Oh yes.
Then you can make a game off of that.
Yeah.
Then you got to make another TV show. The toys. Oh my God, the toys you can sell off of that.
The franchise alone, from like just a basic CGI movie, probably would have been better than whatever they just put out. I haven't seen the movie yet. I have some people that have seen it and they loved it, and it's like, I don't know. I remember old school like 2D animated Sonic movies, so I don't know.
For me, I would say this. Like, I remember a lot of people talk about Sonic, and I'm the odd one out because I do not like the Sonic cartoon with Scratch and Grounder. The one that for us, it came on Channel 20 in Detroit. Yeah. I like the Sonic Freedom Fighters cartoon. That junk was ill. Like the one when his uncle is a machine, Robotnik turns into a machine. He has to get a gold coin and put a ring and put it in his back to talk to him for a while and get his memory back. He got the old girl rabbit with the robot arm. That Freedom Force stuff was dark. It was dope. It was like, because like they fighting Robotnik took over the world.
Yeah, I know. I'm a little familiar with that series. I didn't watch it as much as I watched the first one, because I know the first one like a lot, because I watched it a lot.
See, that's the one I saw first.
And then the Freedom Fighter one, and then there was the one with the brother and the sister, which I personally like because I watched it every morning before I went to school. I like that one.
I just saw it. I was like, when did he get siblings? What did I miss? And I was just like, yeah, you know what? I'm just not even.
Honestly, I can't remember it because it's been like years since I've seen it. I was talking like, what grade was I in? Like 8th, 9th grade? Man, that's years ago.
Long, bro. That's just kids WB type times, dog. They don't know about that.
Yeah, it was. Oh, man, with the single frog. Oh, my goodness.
WB. I like chicken.
That's ain't a Dave Chappelle joke.
Hell yeah.
But anyway, the Sonic Freedom Fight, I never got a chance to really watch that one as much. That was actually a pretty interesting, like a better series in a way.
It had more of a soul. Like I remember, and this is biased, I watched the first episode I saw of that was Christmas morning, the day I got my first TV. I think I was like 12. And I was like, I could watch TV cartoons from my bed. That was as good as it got in my mind. I could play video games from my bed. I was living the dream at that point. But I had watched that cartoon, and I never saw Sonic on some dark shit. Like, it was dope. Like, the rings he had were very few and in between. So, like, he couldn't use the ultra super speed all the time. It was shit at stake. Like, that nigga was barely making it, and it was dope. And I was like, oh, okay. But that's the one where Jaleel White first started voicing him, which I think they should have got him to do. I'm going to say he wasn't in the movie. I'm pretty damn sure they didn't get Jaleel White to do that for the movie.
He should have voiced it for the movie. It would have been, like, perfect. Use him while you still got him. Kids from the 90s would have been on, well, we're not kids anymore, but, people from the 90s would have loved it. The kids wouldn't know what's going on, but we'd have been all in it. It wasn't for the kids anyway.
Yeah, they don't care about us. They just want our kids. Like, I realized that with like a lot of the stuff that I grew up watching. They want just enough in there for people like us to go, oh, that's cool, and take your kids. And then it's like, oh, they got you here now. And then your kids love it. Like, this shit is awesome. Like,
yeah, no, it's not, but okay.
And then like I'm trying to show my kids like the original Transformers today. And it's so funny. My daughter, Bucky, I love her to death. I remember when she was younger, we went to, it's after we had got an income tax, went to the store, bought all the girls stuff. They all want dolls and stuff. So Bucky like, I want that. So we like, you want the Barbie? Next to it. You want the helicopter? Yeah. All right then. So we got her the helicopter and we like, well, we gonna get you a Barbie to go in your helicopter. She like, nah, me just want a helicopter. I'm like, that's it? You want a Barbie? No. I said, okay. And that night she went to sleep with her helicopter. She slept with that for like some months. So like she loves trucks, robots, and all that kind of stuff. So, like I showed her Transformers, she just started screaming. And
you might have an engineer on your hands.
That's what I'm seeing. I'm like anything mechanical. Like she showed us. They went to the store. Her and my wife. They went past like the lawn care section. She stopped and took a picture of a John Deere riding mower and came back like, Daddy, I want this. And like this, she got all like the little heart emojis and smiley faces on there. And I'm like, what 4-year-old girl asked their daddy for a John Deere riding mower? But I'm like, all right, I get it. I'm trying to wish they had like a Transformer one that turned into it or whatever. But man, I guess not. Well, anyway, I guess I'll keep this moving along. We recently got a Switch Lite, correct?
Yes, I did. I finally joined the Switch crew.
One of us. Putting
it off forever. Honestly, God, I could say, like, I have never owned an Xbox a day in my life, but I've had almost every PlayStation and Nintendo console. Sans the 3 and the GameCube. I didn't have a GameCube, and I didn't get a Wii U. Those two go hand in hand for me.
I got to use and take it right back. Yeah, but like the Switch, I don't have a Lite. I have a regular Switch, like the first OG Switch. But like, I don't know about you. I fucking love that system. I tell everybody, like, it is a awesome secondary system.
It depends what you're into. As I play, like, mostly whenever I get one, it's for Pokemon. And then whatever other little RPGs I could probably find to put in there. Like, I just recently pulled out all my little cartridges, and I'm missing something. I gotta find it. I'm missing Golden Sun, too.
That's Pokemon. That, when you get it, let me know. That Pokemon is so dope for the fact, like, if I didn't have kids during this pandemic, I probably would have went and bought me a old Game Boy or something. And because it's dope, you can go back and play that shit and then transfer that shit to your Pokemon Sword or Shield.
Really?
Yeah, not all of them, but a lot of them can come back from it. It's like, whole thing, it's so crazy, like how they have these like on Facebook and stuff, they got these groups and people got these giveaways, and it's just it's so crazy how like, and people like, they be I guess ginning the Pokemon or whatever, and it's just a whole, and it's so funny because the Pokemon movie, which just came out, which CGI wasn't as good as Dragon Quest, the whole thing is, I know you saw the original Pokemon movie, right?
Yeah, went to the movie theater, saw it.
It's funny. The whole thing about it is like these Pokemon are fake, but they're just as real as the real ones. And it's funny now with the game, they're like, these Pokemon are made. You created them, and they're not real. And it's like, well, they're the same fucking thing. It doesn't matter. And then like a lot of that, I look at it because I know some people, and they'll be like, I could hook you up with something for like give you $1. And it depends on what it is. Like if you want a shiny Blastoise with a certain hidden ability, do you know how long it would take to breed that shit? It would take forever.
Indeed.
You'd be like, here, I'll just PayPal you $1. And then they'll be like, all right, here you go. And a lot of people are like, that's cheating. But the cool thing about it is, you can get Pokemon that aren't released. And I think a lot of that has to do with Game Freak, and I blame them. The same reason why I tell everybody that I would say the American culture, more than anything, is fuck you, pay me.
More, yeah, 100%.
And Nintendo's problem is like, even with the Switch, they put the Switch out in limited numbers. Which does what? Make people buy them in mass and sell them for double.
Exactly.
So what they doing, they trying to create a frenzy, but all you doing, if you just put all of them out, they would all sell regardless.
Yeah.
And that's what they do with Pokemon. I get what they doing. You want to hurry up and get a game out. I get it. The DLC is pretty decent. There's some coming out at the end of next month. FYI, plug. And they got some at the end of this year. But here's the thing about it. When you do it like that, all that shit is encoded in the game. It's already there. So a lot of that stuff, some of these things, all you got to do, if you got somebody with a hack switch, they can just take that shit out. And there's people who had Pokemon like, they had Squirtle. Squirtle just came out like this year. People had Squirtle last year. And the thing when they get the hack Pokemon, you can have them on your game, but you just can't play people online with them. And since a lot of that stuff is just you, it's like, what the hell do you care?
More or less, yeah.
Yeah, I got a shiny Mewtwo. What do you care? I'm not ruining your game. Unless I play against you, but then they got it because if you try to go online with it, it'll say something's wrong with your team. You gotta pick another team.
That's what reminded me back in the day. People used to use was it Game Shark?
Ooh, old school.
And then it was Action Replay, old school. And I remember I actually ended up battling somebody with Pokemon. They had Game Shark, like it had like a Charizard with a freaking bar that went 3 times across the screen. I said, what the heck is this? What kind of nonsense is this? Oh my gosh. When it comes to that kind of stuff, like, I kind of agree. Like, I wouldn't care. It's not that big of a deal. It's your money. Play the game how you want to play it. It's not messing up somebody else's game. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
And it's like, you look at that, like, for real. I had an interview, talked to this dude. He runs, he runs Machamp's Gym on Facebook. He's making a killing. They sell, they sell a whole completed Pokedex to you. And it depends on who you go to. Some people you can pay $40, $50. Some people they get it to you for like a couple dollars. And people are making a killing. This is one dude named Chaos. And he was doing like a lot of these raids for these Pokemon that weren't out. And people was paying like $5, $10 a pop. He said he made like a couple $1,000s in like 2 days.
Wow.
That's the thing people is mad about. They making a killing.
Are we stupid?
Well, it's a lot. Yeah, it's. I thought about. I was telling my wife, it's like because you gotta have like the old Switch, and if you got that, you can take it apart and mod it, and you could do all this stuff. And then you're like, and I'm looking like dudes is making a killing on this thing. The only problem is, like I said, you gotta have 2 because if you get in trouble, they'll ban your shit indefinitely.
Oh wow!
But like I said, and that stuff comes to like with Pokemon. I understand both sides. They couldn't have just brought out all the Pokemon because, like for me, I will say, I don't like all this shit. I bought this shit the day it came out, and I'm still playing it to this day. I put off beating that shit as long as I can, but now I'm just getting my shit together to beat my man. And this shit is surprisingly deep. I like, for somebody, the last one I played was Silver. So like this whole game, I'm like, what is that? Oh shit, what does that do? I didn't even know they had a fairy class. What the hell's a fairy? So it was just all new to me. So it was just awesomely fun for me. And then later on, like I said, you get into the battle mechanics and stuff. But see, the thing I've been trying to play, I've been trying to get into this Animal Crossing.
Oh Lord, the crack.
Yeah, and it's like I played it twice and I haven't played it again. Like I be mad because I look at y'all and y'all shit looks so fun. And I'm like, oh, I know like when I go back, I haven't played that shit in like a month. I know my stuff is going to be so trash. There's
a group, if you want to, I can add you to it. It's a Black Animal Crossing group. And everybody's like, oh, this group is so wholesome. We don't argue. We don't fight. We don't scam up in here. Oh, my goodness. Hey, them other groups got a bunch of drama and craziness. It's insane. Man. It's like, oh, wow. And they are funny. Black people in this game are so funny. They cracking jokes. This is one lady who got a little like mini series going on. She called it The Interview. She set like her place up like a little office, and she invites people over and she gives them interviews, and they're just so funny. So you need to make a whole little cartoon like page dedicated just to that. That's hilarious. But this game, I have never played this game before. I would never play this game. I never heard, like I've heard of it, but it's like not something that I would ever want to play. Like what's the other one that's real popular? It's kind of Harvest Moon. Like, oh, you got to play that. It's like, no, that sounds like, what is that? You just dig and farm. I'm not doing that. That sounds boring. So I can do that in real life.
Adulting.
But when I brought my Switch Lite, and which I hunted for like to the wee hours in the morning because I finally had the money. I wanted a real Switch, but I realized I'm not going to find a real Switch not no time soon. I'm not paying $500. I'm not paying $500 for a regular Switch when I know it's $300. So like 1 o'clock in the morning, I ended up finding like a bundle package from GameStop for $350. I got the Switch Lite. It came with Animal Crossing, Smash Brothers, a screen protector, and they sent a $20 digital card. So pretty much they paid for the online stuff.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah, it was a good deal. Literally sold out. Like when I went to go try to tag somebody else in it, it's like, oh no, it's sold out now. It's gone. And and I started playing like a couple of days later, and I've been playing ever since. I'm trying to get my island to 5-star, and I'm trying to decorate it and make it look nice because I look at everybody else's island like, oh wow, you guys are like really advanced. This is nice looking.
Okay, see now I'm being motivated because I didn't even know your island would get rated.
Oh yeah, when you get to a certain point when Isabel gets there, she's the one that tells you the ratings that the your neighbors will give you. And it's like, okay, when I first gave my first rating, that was 4 stars. Like, oh, cool, I'm doing all right. Then I learned that when you get to 5-star, you get like this special kind of flower that's on your island. I don't know if you know about the flower breeding mechanic, which I'm crazy about because I like gardening. Yeah. So you can breed flowers. I'm trying to get all the black flowers right now. But
that's what I wanted to do too.
I didn't know that once you get like to 5-star and you get this lily of the valley thing, you get like a golden watering can. And you can get gold flowers too. I said, oh, what the heck? Are you serious? Ooh. So 2 double black flowers to get you a gold flower. I was like, oh, okay. Oh, I'm really about to start working hard on this dang thing now for real.
Oh, so you selling me because like I just seen that like a code when people were making clothes and some dude had one for a dashiki. And I was like, oh shit, I gotta get on. You said like what, 2 black flowers make a gold flower?
If I saw that correctly, yeah, I have not sat down or like actually read anything about the game. But yeah, that's what I saw for somebody else's island. So either that or somebody has to water it with a gold water can, and they give you a possibility of getting a gold flower. I was like, oh, I'm about to have like, because what I want to do is I'm in the process of moving all of my villagers to the other side so I can have a bigger side for myself because I would decorate it in the theme of Sailor Moon.
Oh, you can do that?
That's what I'm doing now. It costs money though. You got to pay. That's why the thing is what's the big popular turnips? Selling turnips on Sunday. The girl comes to sell you turnips and you wait for somebody to drop a good price. Like today, I just sold mine for like $500 a piece. I bought 700,000 worth, and I flipped them for like up to $4 million. It's like, wow, yeah.
You make this shit sound so interesting, man. Because it's like I feel weird playing the game. Because it's like my daughter's like, Dad, you got animal cards. I'm like, don't you play it? Like, no, why? I have no one to beat. I have nothing to. I don't know what's motivating me right now.
It's the idea of completing. I think it's completing the task and getting it done and getting rewarded for that. Like so, that's what it is.
I will say this: that shit's relaxing, though. I will say, like I played that junk. I had me some wine and junk. Man, I was like, and I was surprised. Like, dog, 3 hours to went by. I was just picking weeds and crap and running from bees and shit. And next thing I know, like 3 hours that went by, and I'm like, damn, this is dangerous.
And then you expand your house and decorate your house. It's like I could never have this in my real house. This is nice. Like I just added an upstairs. You pay for expenses. I think to expand your house on the max is like $5 million or something like that. But you it's gonna take a day to do it. But like I just added upstairs. It's gonna be done tomorrow. You can move villagers. It's like 50,000 to move villagers to wherever you want to put them. And so I'm trying to get everybody on one side so I can have a bigger side for myself so I can finally go through because you get terraforming after you get to a certain point. When KK Slider comes through to do your concert, that's when you get terraforming. That's when you could like take everything apart and rebuild it up.
Oh, okay. All right. See, but I gotta play that, and I gotta play that new Streets of Rage. I downloaded it. I ain't played that much yet. I downloaded it. I ain't played it. If you get it, let me know. We can play it and review it. Because from what I heard really good things about it, and I heard it's stupid hard.
Now I'm gonna tell you. Remember last year when you first saw it, and I saw it.
I was hating.
I was too, because the animation did not look good. I say this is looking pretty bad. This is like a bad Flash game. But now that I see that they like really kind of tweaked it a little bit, it's looking a little.
And then they brought the music from the other ones too. Like they bought the rights. They did. They bought the rights to. That's why they got me. They bought the rights to Streets of Rage. So it's like they got the remixes from the other songs. Then they got actual producers to come out and redo the actual songs. So it's like when I heard that, I'm like, okay, you got me sold.
Streets of Rage music, it has some nice music on there. And then I saw they had the old characters on there too. I was like, okay, yeah, I'm with this. All right. So that's why I want to get it. So I'm going to wait and see when I get some more money. And
because Kale doesn't pay us. We don't get paid for this yet.
No, not yet. We want to be off work forever. So, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Let's get some sponsors in here.
You know what I'm saying?
Pay my bills. I don't need a lot.
You ain't gonna pay the bills, just pay the rent.
That's all that. Pay the rent, pay Well, yeah, I'm gonna definitely check it out for sure because it does look a lot more entertaining than what I saw last year from the original clips I saw. I was like, that looks bad, but now it's looking much better.
That game is fun, and River City Girls. That's another really fun game. It's another one like Streets of Rage, but you're playing as these two girls. They got to get their boyfriends back, and it's just a really fun side-scrolling beat 'em up game. And the soundtrack is good too.
You keep telling me. I'm gonna have to look that one up. I haven't looked it up yet. I didn't see it in the eShop either. I'm gonna have to look it up, look at it again. I guess I'm write it down. But
if I pay money for it, it's good.
Yeah, pretty much. That's what it is. Like I think I bought one little game besides 2 I have now for Switch. Now, what was it called? Slain from hell or something like that. It's like a little side scroller killer thing. I haven't gotten far because I keep dying. But it was on sale for like $3. Like, I could spend $3.
They got some nice little sleeper games on the Switch.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
like I think it's I haven't really not too many games I haven't liked. The only game I really was disappointed with was that Mario Odyssey. But
Oh, the hat one?
yeah, I couldn't stand that shit. It was okay, but it's like they made it for kids now. Like you can't die. There is no game
really?
over. Yeah, it's like no game
So
over.
they made it really easy.
Yeah, me and you came up playing Mario 64, which in my opinion is probably the best Mario ever.
It is.
It was just, it's like they force that's the thing I don't like about Nintendo. That's why I miss the Wii and the Wii U. They force their gimmicks on you, like with the hat thing. It's like, all right, I don't take my Switch off the dock. I did it like twice. I use my Pro Controller. That's it. I don't fuck around with that shit. Or I might play it handheld if I'm going somewhere. Like the Mario game, they make you do some of the stuff, and it's just like the game felt like it was really no challenge, and the challenge was not in the actual playing of the game; it was in collecting the stars. So it was like it's like what 9, like I think 1,000 stars on that stuff. But I mean, it's a quality game now. Breath of the Wild, oh my god, that game is so good. People are iffy. I love it. I haven't really played a lot of Zeldas because people who play Zeldas is like it's not like this, but I like it because it's on some survival shit. Like you have to cook your food. You know, it's like you have to find the food, you have to get the ingredients, you have to put that junk together.
I have to check that one out too because I wasn't really thinking about that one. Only reason I wanted to switch is so I could play Pokemon.
And I did too. And that's why, like I said, I knew Pokemon was coming. I bought it for that, and I'm like, when I seen Breath of the Wild, and I saw how good that game was. Breath of the Wild is if it wasn't for the fact I have kids, I'd have it now. I had to end up buying that game twice, having to pawn it, but still. That game is dope as hell. But anyway, we're rambling. Wrap this up. Want to thank you for coming out and rambling with me, Doc.
That's no problem. Because overall, the message you're trying to get through is like what the introverts and how we're dealing with the pandemic and how why the Switch and Animal Crossing is such a big thing. Because one, we don't like dealing with the public if we don't have to. That takes a lot of energy. People take a lot of energy to deal with them. They don't think they do, but you do.
Oh yeah.
And by the time I'm done talking to you, I don't want to deal with you no more. So 2, that's where the games come in. It gives me something like a release. I don't have to work. I can de-stress. I can be somewhere else and just have fun. I personally like a lot of hack and slash games, so I can just, kill and without think about it and just be cool. I don't play shooters though. But the Animal Crossing, that was a twist I wasn't expecting to really enjoy. I am enjoying it. I'm working really hard on it, harder than I thought I ever would. Because it's such a stupid game, in my opinion, but it's fun.
It's quality.
It is. It's entertaining. There's some stuff I wish they would change about the mechanics and the UI to make it a little easier, like because they talk a lot. It's like I don't need this much dialogue for you to just sell me something. Yeah. I wish the transactions were kind of like instant. Like I want to move this person now. Can they move now? Why I gotta wait until tomorrow to see that they've been moved? Or can I move more than one at a time? This is ridiculous. That's just going to annoy you too. A lot of people just time travel. I don't bother with it because I don't want one. I don't know how it's going to affect.
I heard a lot about that.
I don't know how it's going to affect the rest of my other games.
Now, a lot of people do that in Pokemon, and you'll find that out with these max raid dens, and they have them, and you can only do like the odds are like in your favor, not very well. So what you have to do is like people go forward in time, and then like in certain areas in Pokemon, it goes by the season. So like if it's summer, typically it's summer in some places. So you might have to some people's Pokemon games is in the year 2040.
Oh wow!
Because they had to keep going forward and stuff. But like a lot of stuff like with Animal Crossing, they might have some stuff with that. Like
they do.
Your timing is off. And so they might have it with like they have, from what I understand, the DLC is for the holidays. If your date is off, I don't know how they're gonna do that because sooner or later, because like in Pokemon, they starting to get a lot of. They don't really shut down people's accounts for using hacked Pokemon. If anything, they shut down people who make them with their system. But it's like a lot of that stuff. Like I don't know. And I don't want to keep going. We're trying to end this shit. We keep talking about like with Nintendo. The only thing no, it's cool. That's what happens when you talk to people you have a good conversation with. But like with Nintendo, I'm gonna say this: their internet, their online thing sucks. It sucks. It's like they looked at their PlayStation and they looked at Xbox and was like, "Let's do the complete opposite of what everybody else likes." You can't chat. You know what I'm saying? You got to use a cell phone to talk to people.
You know the reason why? Because they don't want to be dealing with all the slurs, the racism, the bigotry, the hatred, the sexualism. They don't want to deal with all that. So they say nobody can talk to nobody. If anybody chats something wrong with you, report it right then and there. We'll take care of it. But y'all can't talk to each other. Y'all just wink and nod. That's all you get.
Oh, before I forget, Doc. Gotta tell you, have you heard about the game Ninjala?
No.
It's supposed to be a free-to-play game. It's like, it looks pretty interesting. The beta's out now. It's like kind of like a free-for-all, like a bubblegum ninja game. It looks pretty cool. Well, all right, well, just going to throw this in here wherever it goes because we keep getting dropped. I don't know what the hell is going on. Not going to diss our provider for the site that we record at because they're fucking awesome. So we're just going to end it with this. Tell you guys, remember, especially now in times of pandemic, you can be here, but not mentally be here. Find an anime, a manga, a cartoon, plant some flowers, play some Animal Crossing like Doc, buy her turnips. Anything you can, but just make sure your mind that don't stress over it. There's many different ways you can take your mind and put yourself someplace else. So don't stress none of this. I don't remember my friend code. I would give it out, but I don't remember that shit because it's numbers and I don't know anything. You got to plug here, Doc, or any final thoughts?
Just stay safe out there. Use common sense. It's not that big of a deal. They're going to come up with a vaccine. We're all going to be okay again. Sadly, us introverts are going to have to go back to work at some point. I am not looking forward to it. I know I work at a casino, and I know they're working on figuring out something to get us back in there. But stay cool.
That's why, yeah. Ooh, man, that's why I have anxiety attacks thinking about this shit. I feel like Dave Chappelle when he's holding that money. Stedman Graham, if you fuck this up for me.
Oprah's my woman. It's my woman now.
And then it's like, as weird as it is, I'm getting a dog at the end of this month, which is so funny because my wife's cousin, he's breeding pit bulls or whatever. And like, he's like, you want one? He was like, it's $50 a pop. But then if nobody buy him, I'm going to lower the price for whatever's left. And I was like, I'll take what's left.
Curse your luck. There was one left.
No, not even that. It's my mother-in-law because the one I wanted looks like the dog from the Little Rascals with a white dog with the spot on his face. Aww. And I was like, oh, I like that one. So he was like, yeah, that one's $90. And I'm like, oh, not that much. So I'm like, forget it. So I'm like I said, my son just turned 7 months. So I'm just like, I'm not hurting for a dog. I mean, I would like one, but I'm not being greedy right now. So mother-in-law found out. Next thing I know, you need to get your stuff together because you got you a dog coming. I said, oh, all right. Because she saw I wanted that one and talked them down and got me the dog. So my kids had heard me talking to wife and they was like, what you going to name it? I was like, I'm going to name her Griselda. Oh, we like that name. So-and-so, blah, blah, blah. And I just said that. I thought they was going to think it was ugly.
Oh, man.
And I was like, yeah, I'll call her Zelda for short. Oh, my God. And I was like, we got a dog. And I'm like, no, you don't have anything. Many of you I still wash up and take care of and brush your teeth. You don't have anything. I have a dog. I was like, it's possible. Okay, well, he got to take a shit outside at 2 o'clock in the morning. You go out there and take him. And you go walk him in the morning. Oh, no. You doing that? Yeah, I'll leave my damn dog alone. I ain't even got it yet. And I just thought about it a minute ago. I'm downstairs looking at my shit. And I'm like, oh, my God. This dog gonna fuck up my shit in my man cave.
If it's a puppy, yeah, they will get to that point where they want to shake everything up, yeah. Yeah,
I was like, so if I'm sitting there, I'm thinking, puppies don't have hands. Oh my God, puppies don't have hands. He's gonna bite everything. So I had to
put everything up high.
Yes, I had to put up everything high, but it's cool. It's awesome and stuff. But yeah, I'm gonna just leave it here, you guys, because I mess around with Doc and be talking another 25 minutes to get cut off another 15 times. I appreciate you, ma'am. I'm going to send you the script for that other stuff for the Demon Slayer. And the Demon Slayer, they said the manga ended.
Yeah, they ended it last week, I think. That was it at the end. So the manga is done. I don't know where the anime is, how far they're going to go with it. But I have to read it because I was actually into that. Did you watch the anime? Yeah,
I watched the anime. We actually we already reviewed it. I'm about to start mixing that. It's just my whole thing is being someone with no siblings. That shit makes having siblings look like the shit. I'm like, damn, I want somebody to love me like that, even if I'm a demon. Dog, that's evil. And I want to see what happens to evil Michael Jackson.
Oh my God. I swear to God. Every time it came on the screen, I go,
yeah, oh yeah. I was like, I just want to see if they're going to have Moonwalk at some point. They got to have Moonwalk at some point.
No, they don't. Spoiler, no.
I hope they don't. But anyway, let me get up out of here. I appreciate it. Thank y'all for listening. Thank you for being here, Doc.
Talk to you anytime.
And peace out. Blurred up, people.
Thanks for listening. Don't forget to subscribe and comment. This has been a Hyphen Podcast Network production.
They're the bestest. I'm getting paid at exposure. Bye-bye.